Good morning. Oh, wait for a little bit and see as folks join and come on in. I'm looking, I thought I had a lighter with me, but I guess I don't. Good morning. It's my pleasure to be here. I feel like I definitely need this practice myself, as well as a desire to share this practice with you. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our Sunday morning Chakra Yoga flow. So please make yourselves comfortable, maybe get a comfy seat. Feel free to type in the comments to say good morning or that you're here. And if you have anything on your mind, anything going on in your body that you want to address energetically. The Chakra Yoga Flow class is something that has been growing for at least 6 or 7 years through Just Be Yoga. And it started with a workshop that I used to do with Gail Ammon, who is a wonderful sage, wise person here in the Lansing area, who also owns a set of crystal singing bowls. And so we did a workshop, I'd say once a quarter, combining yoga postures and breath practices with the ringing of each singing bowl that is tuned to each chakra toward a healing experience. And after a while, I decided to keep it going every week. So in case you didn't know, why don't I just talk a little bit briefly before we get moving here today, what chakras are. Chakras are, number one, they are a part of different energetic systems across different cultures. Okay, so a lot of times we're only speaking of them in terms of a Hindu sense. I'm going to show you a picture here for a second. Take that one out. Oops, sorry. Let's do this if I just a bit of a Hindu chakra connection, and a little visual for us. But one of the key elements, oh, and that chakra systems exist in East Asian, Southeast Asian, all kinds of different cultures. African nations have different ways of connecting our awareness to our elemental awareness. So if the water in us is too sloshy, how is that affecting our mind and our spirit? If our fire is too raging, what is it consuming us away from in other areas? And how do we then harness everything to work together in a collaborative manner? So my goal, or the way that we've been working this class over all of these years. Hey, Sarah, are you frozen? I hope that you're not frozen. Frozen is rigid. I had a panel up that was showing the chakras. So let me know if you're seeing me or if you're not seeing me. Everything that's going on in my system is saying that I am live, but I am seeing numbers go up and down. So I don't know if people are coming in and out, or if they're having difficulties, or if they're like, okay, woo, freedom. Look, you've already freed up a chakra. Okay, but so my aspiration and how I share in this class is not only to give some understanding about chakras, and my take on it. All right. I am not anyone's authority. This is how I have experienced these energies, and maybe sharing in ways that it has helped calm my mind, clear my mind, help me walk in the world in a more authentic way as myself. It doesn't mean that everything is roses and peachy keen, right? But it does mean that I'm walking in my truth with a little bit more security and validity in my ground, in my root, and able to go with states of change and even invite states of change within me. I think sometimes we get really rigid on who we think we are or who we want to be. And it gets kind of scary to allow ourselves to become someone different or express our ways in a different, express ourselves in a different way. All right. What I want to also share here today is for our meditation today, I am going to share 1 or 2 tracks from a CD that I created back when we did this workshop with Gail. And so Gail will be playing singing bowls to tune. I'll probably choose 2 chakras for us because it's kind of long. And at the end of our session, I'll let you know how, if you're interested in getting one of those CDs, how you can go about it. All righty. Good morning, Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. I will be here until at least 12 o'clock. And you can stay here as long as you wish with me. But that is my goal, is around 12 o'clock. I'm looking because I have a clock over here to kind of let me know. How does that work for you? Good to see you too, Sarah. All righty. So let's start actually standing this morning. Yeah. And I have Puma joining me. So those of you who have been in my practice before know that I have a black cat here who sometimes disappears on the mat, but she has really been enjoying practicing with me, and that means asserting herself on me when I'm practicing. So sometimes she jumps on me in the middle of poses, so I'm going with that flow. Let's find a way of standing that isn't super rigid, but has enough to hold us. Feel your breath. Feel who you are inside of this frame. Perhaps close your eyes. Bring your awareness to the very top of your head. Feel the part of your body that is closest to the heavens. And feel your connection. And maybe your non-connection. With an essence of being that has nothing to do with this earth. Your core essence. Your higher being. See with your eyes inside of your head without lifting your eyelids any amount of light and shapes and colors. Feel your connection to a spectrum of light that exists in the universe, in your day-to-day world. Feel how you have been impacted by light. Feel how you let light go through you. And feel your throat and vibration, any amount of stimulation in your body. Do you feel it under your skin? What's emanating and vibrating? Feel that as an energy throughout your whole body. Feel the air element outside of your body and inside of your body. Feel it exchanging with one another as you breathe. Now notice any amount of heat glowing out of your body. See if you can remain connected to something bigger than yourself, light, sound, air, as we come down into our fire, our heat, our engine. Can you feel them working together? How our ability to see clearly needs an energy source? And how that clarity can come down to our energy source to help us move clearly toward what we want to move toward. Now feel everything that's viscous and liquid inside of your body. Anything that's flowing, fluid, your mucous membranes. Notice even just the sensation in your mind of floating in water. Let your water touch your sight, your light, your higher being, your sound. Feel the ripples in your water of sound. Feel your body being willing to go and sway with the currents of water that exist around us and in us. And then let your awareness come to anything that gives you a sense of solid ground. Feel the earth that you're standing on. Feel that actual connection in the soles of your feet touching solid earth, solid flooring that is on the earth. Feel everything inside of you that comes from that earth, everything inside of you that will return to that earth. Do we trust it? Are we rigid in it? Are we super hugging into it? Good. I'm going to bring us into the Jnana Mudra. So we'll hold our hands, index finger and thumb. And feel your connection of your inner being connecting with a universal existence. Unbroken connection between you and the heavens and earth. Feel what the sense of an image of a circle feels like inside of you. How is it making you feel? Notice what doesn't feel connected. Maybe it's that spirit connection. Maybe you just don't get it. Maybe you're just like, meh, I don't want to get it. But just notice what's blocking you from feeling connected to something. What are we over hugging, clinging rather than connecting? And breathe. I will strive today as we're moving, as we're talking, as we're meditating, as we're mantraing together, to help us feel connected to all of them at once and not an isolated space, linking and interlinking like a bike chain throughout all of the cogs in our wheel. At any point in time, reconnect to your Jnana Mudra, feeling that connection, helping you remember, bringing the intention of connecting into the body and then back into the mind. And let's breathe in and lengthen upward, reaching upward to the heavens. Feel the feet on the earth. Feel the connection in the mudra, reminding us that we're never disconnected. Exhale, drawing that heaven down into the earth as we forward fold. And then round the spine back up. Feel it like a tree trunk rolling upward, reaching up to the heavens. Breathe in, feel your roots in your feet, feel your branches reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. And as we go now, back and forth, feel how the water is helping your roots and your trunk and your branches lift. Feel how your fire is giving you the energy to keep going, the source of the fire and the fuel in the engine. Because if we didn't have the engine, we couldn't activate movement. Feel it in the spine, feel it in your flesh. Feel the air element that's helping lift, an airy feeling, a kindness feeling as we're moving. Where can we feel the air in the body? Or is there rigid resistance in certain areas? In the shoulders, in the neck? Water, fire, air. Now start to notice any sort of vibration or tingly feeling inside of you. And notice that tingly feeling, that vibrational feeling, even as you're feeling clothing moving on your body, it's creating a vibration. Notice any sounds you can hear. What is the truth being told to you in your awareness of this vibrational experience anywhere in the body? And now light. Do a few of these, feeling light permeating through as you're connecting to your root and your heavens. Are you seeing certain colors in certain regions of the body? I will show that diagram again before we close class. And you can have a better awareness of certain colors. But I'm also just wanting to invite us to be in this space, feeling, not thinking. Connecting and integrating on an energetic level, not an intellectual level. Now, whatever it feels like to be present with your higher existence, your higher being as we're moving, and humility, do that. Invite that as you're moving. Feeling the physical body, feeling our root, feeling our reach, all mingling together, collaborating. Good. One more time and we'll reach upward. Single Om, feeling our vibration in our throat and maybe throughout the entire body. Breath in. Om. Good. We'll bring the arms out to the sides. Reach back behind us like you're grabbing a basketball behind you. And we're going to push that out in front of us, bending the knees. And then sweep the arms out and stand strong, sweeping the arms back. A big circle around us like we're swimming, and then bend the knees as we push it forward. Bringing in an element of Qigong. Qi is life force energy, standing, reaching behind, and then sending out of us. Standing, rooting, reaching, and sending. Breath in as we stand, sweeping, swimming, maybe a back bend. Exhale, send. Feel how soft or rigid your legs and feet are engaging with the earth. What are they expressing? How much does the spine want to move? How effortless are we in the arms? When we work in activation and ask different areas of the body to deliver that activation, are we forcing? Are we trusting? Can we bring that higher being down into the physical body and trust that that's what we can express? Or are we expressing a need to control? Are we expressing a lack of trust? And we'll sink into the legs and hold, and then we'll draw back behind us. Calm the standing, and then send the arms out and sink back into the knees. And stand, draw off of the heart, and sink. Feel your legs and feel your heart center. Feel your fluidity, all working together. Bring your mind's eye now into all of your centers, your physical body. What are you noticing? What's starting to ache? What's getting frustrated in our minds? How do we bring a balance? Scan through yourselves. Do I need to listen to more truth? Do I need to go with the flow? Do I need to express a little bit more kindness and forgiveness? Is there something inside of us that wants to quit? Do we need to honor and listen? What are the areas that are asking to quit? And let's come and sink down into this chair. Feet are apart, knees are apart, growing tall through the top of the head, connecting to all of our elements. And we'll lift the arms up, breath in, exhale, lower them down. If you can stay in the chair, go ahead. Inhale it up. You're getting to choose the depth of that chair. Exhaling it down. And let's see now if we can have a continuity of flow with the arms where there's no stoppage, where you can't distinguish between the end of a lowering and a beginning of a rising, between the end of a rising and a beginning of a lowering. Can the breath interconnect with all of that? Can the wrists and the fingers remain soft? Let's come all the way up to standing. Breath in. Exhale. Flow the body down. Deep breath. Make a noise. Ha. Again, deep breath. We'll roll the spine up. And let's let the arms whirly bird around, striking the body lightly. Maybe feel the tops of your wrists having a nice gentle contact, a light percussive contact with your kidney area. Can you loosen the flesh around your abdomen so that you can feel the organ strike, feel the organs being palpated, feel your physical body, physical frame accepting this. Oh my God, this cat's gonna jump on me. I just know it. You stay down there. I knew it. What is your mind saying when a cat attacks you while you're doing yoga? What is your mind saying as you feel your physical frame, the folds of your flesh, as you feel the striking, saying about the shape of your body? What is your mind saying about the sensations, about the range of movement you're accessing or not accessing? Can we collaborate? Body, go with the flow. Where's your water here? Where's your acceptance and love here? Up and down and in and out. Good. Let's let the arms gradually come to a halt on their own. Breath in, let's lift. I'm going to turn sideways again. Exhale, forward, fold, bow down into the earth. Maybe let those hands touch solid ground. We're going to step back to plank. I'm going to do a hands and knees plank this morning. Chest over thumbs. Feeling solid, feeling held on the earth in a different way now, not on the feet, relying in a different way on this physical body to be my container, and lower myself down to the belly. Let's breathe in and offer the chest. Keep the hips down, chest lifting, feel the air element. Be in and collaborate with the air element. What's your higher being asking for? How can you ask for some light and insight here? How can you share it in the expression of your body? And sink it back to child's pose. We'll let the knees maybe come wide. You can put blankets down under your knees. Sink the hips back. Breath in. Breath out. And let's breathe in and come forward, letting that air element guide us. Exhale, stay in the air as you lower into the earth. Breath in, offer the heart with kindness. Let your body reflect everything your heart reflects. Exhale, back to child's pose, coming back into that earth. Soften into it. What are your shoulders telling you? Your neck, your flesh, your mind. What are the qualities you're aware of? Are we too stuck? Are we stiff? Are we anxious? Are we impatient? Loosen the jaw, feel the breath. We're going to come forward again. Breath in, deliberately drawing that breath in. Are you forcing it? Are you letting it be? Exhale as we lower. Breath in, lift the chest. Can you have some free water moving in the chest, the shoulders, the neck and throat? Exhale, child's pose. And let's see if we can keep flowing now. Water and air combining together, a little slurry. Breath in as we come forward. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward. Child's pose. And inhale. And remember what we did with the arms. Can you not distinguish any stoppage? Exhale as you lower. Breath in, offer the heart. Is the whole spine moving? Where do you notice energy getting stuck? Exhale back to child's pose. How much fluidity can we invite? Where's the resistance to it? Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Let's come up to hands and knees. Spread the palms. Let's be aware of the palms. Be aware of everything that's in contact with the earth that is giving us solid foundation. Are you relying on your ring fingers to be a part of the foundation? Can you ask the ring finger to be a part of the foundation? And what would that feel like in action in our muscles? What does that feel like in the bones of those ring fingers, even as you're pressing a little bit more now? What are we building awareness of? What's interconnected in the muscles in the arms? What's fatiguing? A level of fire. What insight are we gaining through just pressing the ring finger down? Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, down dog. Build that awareness, physical body, breath body, intellectual body, wisdom and insight. Maybe pedal the heels up and down. Learn from the physical body. Do something extra in an ankle. Don't just do the same old in the body movement. Learn. Be in this moment. Observe. Breath in, tilt the tailbone up. Exhale, left knee down. Stepping the right foot up. Stepping our left foot up. Rolling the spine up. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees, lifting the chest chair. Reaching the arms behind, find that interlace. Now feel the grip in the hands and the wrists as you send the wrists back, extending the arms back. Try not to let the activation of your fire be destructive. Stand in the legs strong and firm, so much water in the hips, allowing the air of the heart to lift and coming down. Release the arms or hold on. Breath in, breath out. Releasing those arms down. Going to step the right foot back, back foot flat. Let's breathe in and come up. Good. We're going to push the arms out, sweep them back, lift the chest, and send it out. Now let's just twist and twist. Good. Come to center. Bring the hands down. Step that right foot up. Trade it out. Step your left foot back. How much water can you embody and emulate as we move? Bringing ourselves up. The roots going down. The branches reaching up. Hands out in front of us. Breath in. Sweeping it back. Exhale. Twisting, holding a circle in those arms. How much wants to move? Twisting, feel the water in your body. And back to center. Hands down. We're going to step back to plank. You choose the kind of plank that you want. And lower down. Breath in, cobra. Let the air come through the neck. Free space, free space. Down dog. Feel your palms, what's supporting you. Feel your arms, your shoulders, each rib. Pressing the heels back. Breath in. Exhale, right knee down. Feel the earth. Come into it. Feel solid and safe. Step that left foot up. Stepping your right foot up. And rolling the spine up. Janana Mudra if you wish. Stand in your mountain, either with the arms down or lengthening. What do you need to embody right now to stand in your mountain? Feeling solid in it, feeling connected to all of our energies, and a single Om. Deep breath. Good, and then we'll just let that tornado, whirlybird, shake up the fibers of our being. What's loosening? What ground and soil is loosening now? What's getting more solid and firm as you feel the feet connecting into the earth, not letting our energy pull us off, not uprooting ourselves. Feel both of these going on. How much movement is going up and down the spine? Are there sections of the spine where the movement stops, where our rigidity is coming up and gripping us so hard? Trust. Let that vibrational, percussive space help move our soil, but keep us solid while staying fluid. Fluid. Good. Let's let the arms naturally come to a halt. Maybe the eyes are closed. And visualize from the top of the head. What is that energy, that brightness of who you are? And how is it sinking down and shining and guiding the rest of our being, our sight, our voice and truth, our heart and forgiveness, our activation and power, our feelings and fluidity, our base, our earth, our foundation. We'll tilt the chin down and up. And as we're doing so, how connected can we remain to the earth? How connected can we be aware of being in this frame as we invite a stimulation of our truth? How much of what you're feeling in your throat is informing you about the rest of your body, about the rest of your feelings? Are you in an automatic pattern right now, a tick-tock metronome, or are you present in how much you're stretching up, how much you're stretching down? Side to side when you're ready. Maybe swallow a few times intentionally. Are the fluids of life starting to flow? Can they flow in the mucous membranes of your mouth? Maybe open the jaw and move the tongue around. How much stimulation and activation of this area can we intentionally involve ourselves with? Good. Left ear to the left shoulder. How are we still standing in the rest of our mountain? Were there areas of our mountain that collapsed in order for us to try to achieve accessing this area? Can the rest of us continue to stand in its intentional mountain? And we accept where the movement is available in this region, in the neck, in our voice. Are we accepting of the limitations of our voice right now? Are we fully expressing the truth that is right now? And up and over. What is the state of your mountain? What is the truth going on in our neck, in our voice right here? What is the truth of our breath right here? Back up to center. Okay, we're going to step it out wide. Now I'm facing the camera wide, so if you've got to rearrange some things so that you can end up in a nice wide space, go ahead. I'm not going to go super wide, so let's not go into that absolute wide to be able to come down through it. All right. I'm going to bend my knees and sink down, butt back. Weight even in the feet. Weight even in your feet. Are you gouging in the heels? Are you on the pinky toe edge? Lifting in the chest. We're still aspiring upward while the roots are sinking. And then inhale. Reach. Exhale. Sink. No distinction between the stopping and the starting. Can we live in spaces of transition? Can we invite that much of the water element? And then notice, does our reach aspire so much that it uproots us? Does our fire and our determination inflame us? What is an even distribution? Doesn't mean that we won't feel some working, but how do we evenly distribute the work? What are the patterns that we're confronting within ourselves? Maybe there's a pattern of, usually my shoulders do more here, or usually my legs say no here. What is going on? Okay, so now you're choosing however many you're doing of these. But let's explore. Can you soften the flesh? Yield. Softening the flesh is letting that fluid and that water come through. Our feelings, our emotions, our go with the flow, and our forgiveness. Good. Let's bring it on up and side. Fluid. Can you still keep in the roots and the legs? And our branches are bending over. Our tree trunk is bending over. Inhale it up and exhale over. Feel the tree trunk around the waist, around the hips. Can that trunk move? Are you more of an oak or a willow? Breath in. Exhale, sink it down, chest up, deep breath, single om. coming to standing. Reach up and offer a back bend. Go in the opposite direction and forward. Legs can be straight or softly bent. Rolling the spine up, breathing in. Again, let's try to make it seamless. Inhaling, no stoppage in the inhale, transitioning to the exhale. Can you do that transition without quickening, without yanking through it? Coming through. What does through feel like? Can we embody through as an action, as an energy itself? Can we invite continuity, fluidity up and down the whole column of the spine, through the whole front of the belly, all of the valleys and the peaks in the front of our body? Navigate that terrain, love that terrain, maybe touch that terrain. Do we let fluidity come through it? Do we shield it? Do we cover it up? Do we hide it? What is the truth? Feel your neck. That's our connection to our space with truth and a single Om. Deep breath. Holding in a forward fold when you get there. Deep breath in. Sigh it out the mouth. We'll grab opposite elbows and see if we can just gently sway side to side, letting go of control. Now, this is very difficult a lot of times if it's new. And we start to become aware of where we are holding the tension, what's preventing the spine from feeling like a big, heavy, wet sack of potatoes. Your jowls, your lips, let them sag. Feel the juiciness coming from your mouth, every mucous membrane. Releasing the arms, rolling that spine up. I'm going to spin on my right heel. Now, I'm not going to widen this out, so I'm going to keep this as a rather shallow or narrow triangle, but if you want to widen it out, feel free. All right. I'm going to send my hips, reach, keeping the hips come forward. I'm going to try to turn sideways here so you can see what I mean about our sideways plane. Okay, so I'm trying to keep myself in this sideways plane. Here I'm going to exaggerate. I've just stuck my butt past that plane. I want to keep it in this plane. Kind of paint inside of the lines and let the arms come down. And just notice, does this feel like confinement or freedom? Where are we in our earth, our water, our fire, our air, love and compassion? What areas of the body are asking for the compassion? What areas of the mind need to forgive and let go of a rigid hold? What areas of the back could loosen and let more energy flow, let that water flow? Unblock the faucet. What truth is vibrating in our cell structure? And are we able to listen to that truth? Are we able to embody our truth? Can we say what we like? Can we say what we don't like? Bringing ourselves back up. I'm going to switch to the other side. Now I'm just going to stay here. And over. Feeling this side of energy. Feeling the state of change, how the sensations change over time, over seconds. Everything is in a state of transition. Nothing is stopping, nothing is starting. It's all in a continuum. Everything is in a continuum of rooting and growing. As long as we're on the planet with breath, we're in a state of continuum of learning and growing, rooting and growing. Rooting and growing. There is no there. The only finality is that ending, and then that's not an ending. It's all a beginning. At least that's what I believe. And let's bring it up. Spin the heels, the toes forward. We're going to reach behind, offer the heart, breath in, breath out. Is the chest still rising? Is it static? If you tried to rise it, would you create a force or a strain somewhere? How do you invite rising? How do you invite reaching up to something you believe in without creating a strain, without ripping from your foundation? How do we create a foundation on that faith so it's easier to reach up? And come forward. As we're coming forward, maybe reflect here. What is the foundation of my beliefs and my faith? What is that foundation? What's that ground feel like? That heavenly ground? How do I stand in it on a daily basis? Feel the top of your head releasing down. Ground and root in your seventh chakra. Take your air into it. Take your fluidity into it. Just go with the flow. You don't have to know. It's a relationship with the unknown and the unknowable. And we'll release those arms down. And let's come on down to our hands and knees. And we'll come to a seated space. When we do, I'm going to invite us to step the left foot across the right. I should probably back up. And feeling the lines cross our axis, our center point. Feel what now is in contact with the earth and what's rising. I'll bring my right hand to this left knee, left hand behind me, breath in, sitting up, shoulders down, exhale, twist and revolve. Now feel the continuum of energy that creates spiral. Force and softness have to collaborate to create a ringing action. What's softening and what's tightening, and how are they collaborating? Scan it up and down each and every vertebrae of your spine. Scan it in between the flesh of each rib. Scan it in your throat, in your eyes, in your forehead. Softly release. I'm going to lengthen that leg out and step it across. Feel the rootedness, everything that's in contact with the earth. What role are they playing to help us feel secure? What's still rising? Find your clasp, find your root with the other arm. Don't activate with the fire yet. Are you fully in awareness of your rootedness yet? And then we'll rise, and then we'll bring action in the twisting. Let your air element inform you. What's the air informing you about your toes, about your belly, about your thinking? What's the air informing you about each vertebrae? What's the air informing you in your throat, your mouth, your tongue? Is it going through? Is it permeating? Is it blocked? What's being carried on your air in terms of kindness? What within us can receive it and what within us cannot? What feels foreign about accepting kindness in certain regions of us? And we'll gently release. I'm going to bring both feet in for a boat pose, coming into my fire in a different way. Feet down, chest up, arms out in front of us, inner thighs together. Aspire. And feel our root, the earth, everything that's stuck to the earth. Keep pushing yourself into the earth. Go into the earth, and then we've got to have that fire in the core here, tightening, inner thighs squeezing. What's the state of the energy that we have to give to this? And then are we still rising up? Are we voicing truth? All right, you can have Jnana Mudra if you like. Connecting in our universal spirit with our individual spirit. We're not doing this alone. Breath in, breath out. If you want to Om, bring vibration in. Om. Let the vibration of sound and truth help us connect into something that we believe in that we don't understand. Let the vibration seep down into the soil that you feel your feet and your rootedness without gripping. Let it go through your fire because your fire can't get rigid. When you squeeze fire, it goes out. One more if you want. Bottoms of the feet together and just let the water wash over. Open the jaw wide, protrude the tongue. Maybe do that again with an exhale. Open that throat. Feel the throat widening. What feels unfamiliar about working this portal of communication that way? Opening ourselves to new ways of communicating. Letting that communication seep down into the hips and the thighs. And we'll bring ourselves back up. We're going to straighten that left leg, keeping that right foot up toward the groin. You choose how high you'd like that. Gentle twist to the left and come forward. Feel your air element and your earth element. Feel the heaviness of earth in the back of your neck. Be the heaviness of earth. Let your earth seek the earth itself. And then let your air fill up all of the crevices. That air that's carrying compassion and understanding. Maybe we need to understand physical limitation a little bit more. Maybe we need to understand everything changes and doesn't stay the same. Maybe we need to forgive our lack of understanding. And we'll gradually bring ourselves up, maybe giving yourself some touch. And I'll straighten that right leg, bringing the left foot in. Gentle twist. Are we still rising? Are we still rooting? Be willing to spend this time with you as an elemental being. And then release and come forward. Are you accepting the limitations of your body, or are you forcing? Is your fire starting to come in? Is it telling the mind to say something critical, or can we start to bring that higher being, that gentler spiritual space come down, that just accepts us for what we are, for where we are? Live in this truth. Love this truth. And we'll bring ourselves up. All right, we're going to lower ourselves down onto our backs. So maybe use your arms to guide you. And we'll send the right leg up toward the ceiling and hold on behind that leg. And just pull that leg as close to us as we can while pushing the left foot down. And just feel the navigation between which energy you're applying yourself toward. Flex the right toes towards your face, push the left foot down, drive the right heel up, pull the right leg to you. And where's the synchronicity and the harmony of applying some force, of rooting down? Where do you need the water? Where do you need the air? Do you need a little agitation with vibration to shake up your soil? How would you do that? Do you need to stomp the left foot a bit? Do you need an om? What do you need? If you don't know what you need, try it out. And gently release, switching legs out, not in a hurry. Feeling the transition of energy, transition of positioning. And pulling, push the right foot down as you pull the left leg to you. What are the limitations that we're experiencing? Are they rigid? Are they fluid? Are they hot? Are they loud? And then how do you want to adjust? What are they needing? Not to be eradicated, but to not be in an extreme. Learning to live with our fire and grow our fire without fear. Learning to live with our level of forgiveness and love and continue to invest in growing it. Learning to love our voice as it is, as it grows, as it changes. Good. And we'll bring that left foot down. We'll plant the palms down, push down through the legs and lift the hips. Breath. Feel everything that's solid. What are we relying upon to be able to lift? What's the structure? How much fire do we need for that structure? Can you feel the fire and structure working together? Is there any fluidity that's needed to be able to hold this? Is the neck free, or are we compressing into it too much? Did we allow that truth to come down and we're listening and we changed something? Willingness to change. Maybe hold your Jnana Mudra so that we're remembering that we're not in charge, that we're working collaboratively. And maybe lift the right leg up. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Eyes open. Breath out. Is the jaw open to this truth, or is it clenching, tightening against it? Bring the right foot down. Lift the hips. Lift the left leg. Breath in. Breath out. Maybe you need an om. Breath in. Is the air moving freely through the whole body, or is it just in one area? If you let it in, what would happen? What would we feel? Lower the left foot down. Breath in, lift the hips. And lower the hips down. Bottoms of the feet together. Inner thighs open. Soften your face. Soften your jaw. Let the truth of this moment sink down from above. From the top of your head, through the eyebrows, through the cheeks. Feel your lips. Notice where tension and energy was being clenched, not allowed to move. Release that tense and clench and let energy flow and disperse. What does it awaken us to in awareness as we loosen the eyebrows and the eyelids? About what we're willing to see. How we let insight come down to guide our foundation and our footsteps in life. Or not. how we allow any inhibition in our voice to help us walk through our journey in life, in our ground, in our feelings, or not. Right, I'll invite us to lengthen the legs out into Shavasana. I'm going to invite us to stay in Shavasana on our backs if we can. And I'm going to allow for a guided meditation experience with a few of the notes of the singing bowl of the CD I mentioned at the beginning of class. So allow yourselves to find a comfortable space. If you'd like cushions under you, feel free to have cushions under you. All right. I'm going to start with an introduction about our first chakra.
Chakra 1, Muladhara. The element is earth. The color is red. Note is C. The location is in the area of the perineum at the base of the spine. It deals with our ability to root, our groundedness, and our security. This chakra governs our base element, the earth. It is our greatest connection to the planet and our base of existence. Root chakra, the color is red, the note is C, counterclockwise rotation.
Take a nice deep breath in. Sigh it out. Note the sensations throughout your body. We're going to bring the right knee into the chest and start to invite ourselves over into a spinal twist to the left. Get yourselves into a comfortable space of holding this without effort. Coming into our second chakra.
Swadhisthana. The element is water. The color is orange. The note is D. And the location is in the area of the sacrum or in the area of the navel. It deals with fluidity, change, and creativity. It governs sensuality, pleasure, and our senses. Sacral chakra bowl, the note is D, the color is orange, beginning with counterclockwise rotation.
We'll start to come out and move ourselves to the other side. Switching legs, move gently. Get into a comfortable spacing. Second side, clockwise rotation. Thought. Okay, let's slowly come back to center. We'll bring the knees into the chest and give them a hug, and just notice whatever you notice about your senses from that experience in your body. Feel your breath. Notice your mind. And we'll lengthen the legs out. If you would like to position yourself into a shoulder stand with legs up the wall, feel free. If not, we're going to stay here. Maybe put a bolster under your knees for a nice relaxed state. And I'm going to play, and we'll work the 6th and 7th chakra as we close here. So get yourselves comfortable, not in a hurry. So if you want to swing legs up the wall, go ahead. I'm going to stay right where I am, but I'm going to put a big bolster under my knees. Letting the physical body find as much ease as possible, allowing our attention to be able to come up into these higher chakras with greater ease. I'll invite us to let the eyelids open, and then open them really, really wide and shut them tight. If you'd like to hold that Jnana Mudra now, go ahead. It's up to you. You could be doing it anytime you wish to maintain that universal spirit connection with your individual self. So let's squeeze and tighten the eyelids. And just try to see what the eyes see. Don't identify things. Just, where did the eyes go first? What feels bright? What feels blurry? What happens to the breath as we're doing this? And then we'll open wide and take the eye gaze straight up into your forehead without moving your head. And straight down. And just go up and down, letting the eyeballs work up and down. Feel the muscles in the back of the eyeballs working, and the eye sockets working, the muscles of our sight. And then lightly close the eyes, deep breath. Sigh it out. Lightly open the eyes. Take the gaze to the left without turning the head. How far to the left can the muscles of the eyes guide the eyes to the left and right? What sensations do we feel in our brain? What is this stimulation, awakening, and left? And right, are we still connected to the physical body, the breath, the water, our heat, our air? And then left and right, back and forth. Is there one side that's easier, or that we accept the sight from easier? Do we see the same on both sides? Do we have the same range? And then lightly close the eyes, deep breath. Sigh it out. Eyes gaze straight up, and then counterclockwise over to the left and down and right and up. Try to go in a full circle all the way around. Notice how smoothly or not smoothly the muscles want to work. How our eyesight, is it being directed in a staggered manner? Is it smooth? Are there areas we can't see? Can we notice our blind spots? What's getting fatigued in our eyesight? And lightly close the eyes. Gently open the eyes up to the 12 o'clock, up into the forehead. And now clockwise over to the right, down, left, and up. Try to see all of the spots on the clock dial, allowing ourselves our fullest range of sight. How is this visioning informing us about our physical body, even just the muscles of the eyes? Informing us about going with the flow, or are we frustrated? Informing us about our will to keep going. Informing us about forgiveness and love or humor. Informing us about some truths and acceptance. And what is it allowing us to see about faith? It's going to be okay. Lightly close the eyes. We'll take the fingertips and lightly massage the eyeballs as high up onto the upper ridge of the eyeball, side, underside, kind of letting the fingertips slip a little bit underneath of the eye socket, the lowest eye socket. And we'll bring the palms together. Let's rub them vigorously. Feel the heat generated from within us. Once it's nice and hot, cup the warm palms over the eyes. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Keep those arms there, covering the eyes as long as you wish. And then relax the arms when you're ready.
Third eye bowl. The note is A, and the color is indigo. We will begin counterclockwise.
Let whatever sensations you're aware of flow through you. Scan your observation through all of your 7 centers of energy. How is your earth intermingling with your air? How is your water intermingling with your voice? How is your light intermingling with your faith and your fire? And when you're ready, we'll start to invite simple movements in the body. And we'll invite ourselves to come upright to a seated space. We'll close with the Sitali breath. So not everybody can do this. There's a small percentage of human beings that genetically cannot do this, making a taco or a straw out of our tongue, like so. So if you can, go right ahead. If you can't, just as though you're sipping through a straw, okay? And we're just going to do a few breaths. Letting the breath flow through this taco tongue. Try to relax your diaphragm. Let the sensation of this element touch your awareness. Let this air, this breath, carry all of our energies to mingle with one another. Hands to the heart center. So you have your Jnana Mudra, our Anjali Mudra, and a bit of an understanding, hopefully, of what's going on in you with your elements. What's talking with one another? What's dominant? What have we forgotten and kind of ignored and banished and sent over into a corner? What parts of us have we never met before? What scares us about it? And what are we willing to come and step into now? All that is love and light in me recognizes all of the love and light that is in you. Thank you for letting me share my practice of yoga and a little bit of Qigong here today with you. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga. This has been our Chakra Yoga Flow. Namaste. Thank you all so much. If you are interested in the CD that I was speaking of, that I played just a few tracks of, it is at first an explanation of what chakras are and the energies that they govern and qualities that they govern. And then there is a cycling through of each chakra or each note for my friend Sarah, who is still here, I think. It follows along on a C major solfege. So C, D, E, all the way up, but it's only 7, right? And so the 7th chakra is B. And so he plays clockwise and counterclockwise. It is believed that the crystal singing bowls, and when we're conducting energy and playing that energy, we have to honor that energy cycles in 2 directions. So the counterclockwise, I believe, is a removal or like a detoxifying of an energy, and a clockwise playing of it is an inviting of all of the healing that is needed, an infusion if we need. Shall we say, of that chakra. So he plays first chakra all the way up to 7th chakra. So I have that as a disc. If you are interested, feel free to make a donation to Just Be Yoga. If you're making a donation on PayPal, just write in the note, Chakra CD. I'm going to ask, if you don't mind, if it's a $20 donation, I'll send you one disc. If it's more than a $30 donation, I'll send you two. I have a good number of them, so I'm able to disperse them out if you're interested in them. So let me know or send me a message, and I'll even make a post on Facebook and show like the cover design of the CD. I, of course, have imported it onto all kinds of MP whatevers. But shy of you having to go and buy $1,000 singing bowls, one each, maybe it's nice to have someone guiding through and letting the waves of those notes. It's said that each of our chakras vibrates on a certain frequency, and that's therefore the C note for our root chakra, D for the second chakra, etc., being in that frequency. All the natural note, not a sharp or a flat. Okay. All right, I'm done with all of that. Thank you all so much, and it has been wonderful to be able to share practice with you all. Let me know if you need anything. Otherwise, please enjoy your day, and go forth and do good things. Namaste.